The opinions expressed here are those of the students and do not necessarily reflect the positions of Tyler Junior College.
Coming up on Drumbeat TV, recent crimes raise concerns about student safety. We'll take a look inside TJC's illustrious tennis program, and the Tyler Museum of Art celebrates peace on its 45th anniversary.
The Drumbeat TV starts right now.
From Studio 203 on the campus of Tyler Junior College, this is the Drumbeat.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Alexis Long.
And I'm Andrew Rosenberger.
The former owner of an East Texas haunted house attraction known as Terror Nights has been arrested on charges of possession of child pornography. Derek Ryan Lapel, age 36, of Tyler, Texas, was booked into Smith County Jail August 18th and has set up a bond set at $500,000.
Terror Nights has a new ownership under Wild Card Entertainment, which has taken new measures to ensure their safety of their events, including hiring a security firm and installing new security cameras around the site. A string of crimes involving guns have recently rocked the TJC campus, bringing to new light safety concerns. On Monday, September 12th, shots were fired near Sledge Hall. Campus police declared there was no immediate threat to student safety after responding to the scene, and thus no alert was sent out.
The gunman, however, was never apprehended and is still at large. On Wednesday, September 21st, two separate incidents occurred on Magnolia Street, one involving a student being lured into a vehicle and robbed at gunpoint, and another involving a student being threatened with a rifle by two suspects in a black Acura.
Canvas allows students for ability for better communication with professors, as well as organization of classes. However, most students
Canvas, the teachers can see the last day that a student logged in, and they can see the total amount of time that a student has spent in the course. So that's helpful if, they see that a student hasn't logged in for a week or 10 days. They might want to follow up with the student to find out what's going on. They can also see there is an access report that they can see for students too, which will show each page that a student viewed or each assignment that they viewed and whether they submitted the assignment or took the test.
TJC men's soccer team starts its season undefeated and takes their place as top dog.
And the first NJCAA poll of the September, the Apaches top off the list as the #1 team in the nation. Since then, TJC has remained unbeaten but maintained their focus on the game itself. Here's Ben Savala with the latest on TJC's men's soccer team.
TJC fell short in the national championship game last year in a double overtime loss to Lewisburg. The Apaches have started this season undefeated and jumped to #1 in the national poll, but this team has bigger things in mind.
The only poll that will matter will be the last one. And so honestly, we don't get caught up in that. That's fun, it's great, and we're honored that people respect us and would put us up there, but obviously we've got a lot of work to do, we think, to achieve that. So.
TJC men's soccer team has been in the top 5 in the national poll since the 2009 national championship win. They started off this season 7-0, but staying unbeaten isn't the main focus of this team, says head coach Steve Clements.
Clements has made sure his team has stayed focused on the task at hand and not all the glory that comes with being ranked the best in the nation.
Obviously your goal is to win every game, but again, that's another goal or stat that we don't get wrapped up in, is all of that. Again, winning our conference games and putting ourselves in a position playoff-wise to host at the end of the year, those are the things that are important. So
we gotta keep working and stay on the top. Like, if you don't work, you won't be the #1.
As it's clear to see, this team is having no problem staying on track. After winning 2 tough conference matchups last weekend at home, TJC traveled to Pasadena to play a top 10 team in San Jacinto South and took the victory 1-0. I'm Ben Savallo for thedrumbeat.com.
San Jacinto South may have been their toughest matchup on the road. TJC will have to face them once more later in the season at home. As for now, the Apaches are sitting pretty on their path to another possible championship. Throughout its numerous incarnations, the TJC tennis team has enjoyed a great amount of success. But for those who prefer tennis at a more technical level, this course has got you covered.
The Professional Tennis Management program is one of TJC's most unique but often overlooked courses offered to students. Here's Ricardo Mexicando with more on the program.
At first, you may consider TJC tennis as just that, another athletic sport on campus. What sets it apart, however, is the inclusion of a tennis tech program. Kim Kettleson, the current department chair, spoke about how the program actually arrived at TJC.
I'm the fourth director of the program. The initial guy that started out was Fred Niffen, who still lives here in town. And the need for it was in early 70s, the sport of tennis boomed, and there was a need for quality tennis instructors. And so the program was born out of that need.
Despite the obscurity of the program, the course continues to attract eager students on a yearly basis.
I generally get between 16 and 23 guys. Turnout could always be a little bit bigger, but the job market is such that I don't have any problem getting them jobs if they want to work.
For many, this is the first time they've ever heard of a profession such as this. So what does the tennis tech actually do?
Basically what the program does, it gets you ready to teach tennis at a country club, tennis club, local facility, and it also will help you if you want to go from here and get your education degree and be a tennis coach at a high school. There's still a need for students or tennis pros out there to teach.
Mr. Kettleson also spoke on the services the program has offered the local community, as well as the national recognition it has received.
We'll do some outside clinics for the city, for people in town and things like that. But we have a very good reputation all over the United States. I send students all over the United States to teach in various clubs and things.
Just like the tennis team, the tennis management program has been successful throughout its many years, something that is echoed in the words of its leader.
I thoroughly enjoy doing what I do, and it's I've played tennis all my life, and I've taught tennis for years and years and years, and so I know what it takes to be a successful teaching tennis pro.
It's a different avenue, but one that will be great for those with a genuine love and appreciation for the game.
Once they graduate, I want them to feel that they've done something successful, that they've achieved something, and that they are going on with the rest of their life, and they're teaching tennis. It's generally something they like to do.
Lastly, we caught up with a student of the program to get a look on his experience so far.
It's really great. A lot of hands-on stuff. Whenever we're in the classroom, it's lots of explanation and how to train tennis professionals. So I would definitely recommend anybody who wants to become a tennis professional and wants to learn how to coach, I would definitely recommend them to come here.
I'm Ricardo Mexicando for the Drumbeat.com.
Aside from the two-year Associate Applied Science program, the program also offers a one-year certificate of proficiency.
TJC has seen a variety of plays throughout the years, but this semester things get a little darker. The theater department will be presenting The Pillowman, a play set in this dystopian future where the government is in pursuit of Couturian, a controversial writer.
The play sets out to be a different kind of viewing experience and will be the opening show for this theatrical season. It will run from the 5th to the 9th of October, starting at 7:30 p.m. Wednesday through Saturday and on 2 p.m. on Sunday.
The theme it deals with is art and how art affects us as human beings and how it affects the artists themselves. And so it's exploring kind of what we do and does it affect people, does it not affect people, is it our legacy, and it explores how art works in the world and with humans.
This is just one of those plays that you can take away so much from it. I think you can, it's a lot about making your own stories and using what has happened to you to either do good or do bad.
I want them to be shocked. I want this to be the type of play that they've never really seen before and something they never quite expected. I just want them to enjoy themselves, and I want them to come to this play with an open mind.
Coming up after the break, we check in with the Tyler Art Museum to learn more about what it has to offer to celebrate 45 years since opening.
And TJC is forming a new organization that hopes to ignite the passion of horseback riding enthusiasts. We'll be right back.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Every proper bear knows that the right fit means everything. Especially when it comes to car seats.
Oh, really? I just did what any bear would do.
So know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size.
I like it.
To learn more, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, where's that bear?
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours.
Dr. King, what's your next move? In March from Selma to Montgomery.
Selma is loud for every man, woman, and child.
We will not wait any longer.
In front of a crowd.
Mine eyes have seen the glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Welcome back to Drumbeat TV. The Tyler Art Museum is offering some thoughtful exhibits to coincide with the upcoming birthday.
Drumbeat.com reporter and news director Rob King personally visited the storied location to bring us more.
Caught in the tide of the semester, finding a place to take a peaceful break can be difficult as various majors and organizations crisscross on the campus walkways. But one building on school grounds offers an oasis of creativity and thought.
Well, the Tyler Museum of Art has been here in this same location on the TJC campus since 1971. We were started through the efforts of the Junior League of Tyler. They really spearheaded the funding, and we're independent of the college, but we depend on the college for support year in and year out, and they're, I dare say, our most valuable community partner.
The museum is set to reach certain milestones soon, such as being nearly half a century old, making it a locally recognizable staple of the TJC experience.
We opened in 1971, and since then, this is our 45th anniversary, this being 2016. We just had our 45th anniversary gala back in May. And in that time, we've welcomed in the neighborhood of 950,000 visitors. We are closing in on our 1 millionth visitor.
Besides offering a wide range of exhibits, both local and international, the TJC Art Museum, located on the Tyler Junior College campus, is free of charge to TJC students and offers areas for quiet contemplation and study, as well as a small cafeteria serving food.
Well, we rotate exhibitions, either ones we organize ourselves or that we bring in traveling exhibitions. And the one we have up currently is called Devotion, the impact of Amy and Vernon Faulkner on our collection. What that means is it's a tribute to Amy and Vernon Faulkner, two of our greatest supporters and patrons throughout the years. They adored the museum. We're behind it from day one. And those two, Amy and Vernon passed away unfortunately last August. But Amy continues his legacy, and in their time with us, they really turned us from an exhibition-only museum into a collecting institution. And this show, A Devotion, is, the title really is self-explanatory. It denotes their support of the museum through funding our collection, either works they bought and gave to us, works they donated to us, or were instrumental in us getting. And what you see around you is their efforts.
Another exhibit currently being shown at the museum is part of a larger community event effort to spread a decidedly positive message.
Well, the Art of Peace exhibition, we're proud to be hosting that for the third consecutive year. And what that is a component of the citywide Art of Peace Festival. There's in the neighborhood of 20 events throughout a week and a half. And for a week, we exhibit several local artists, or some from outlying areas, but primarily local artists in celebration of the peace theme, which is Journey to Wholeness this year.
The Tyler Museum of Art is open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on Sunday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'm Rob King for the Drumbeat.com.
Once again, the museum is free to TJC students, offering inspiration in many flavors.
The Equestrian Club, a new organization forming at TJC, hopes to attract students about horseback sports.
Drumbeat reporter Brad Vernon has the inside scoop.
A unique club is in the very beginning phases of being formed.
Right now we're in the process of just kind of getting the groundwork laid for it. We don't have a whole lot of information that we can give out at this time.
It's an equestrian club.
The idea is to have a club for people that like horses and like riding horses.
A long-term goal for the club would be
having a collegiate competitive equestrian teams, which would be like hunter jumpers and Western pleasure, that sort of thing.
The role of Mr. Harrington and Mr. Pilgrim would be
to try to help get it started if there's enough interest in getting it started. Because on-campus clubs have to be student-driven, and we're just the faculty advisors.
If this is something you're interested in being a part of at TJC, it only takes a few students.
My understanding is we have to have 6 students that actually want to form a club and get started.
As the horse waves goodbye to us, I'm Brad Vernon for the Drumbeat.com.
Mr. Harrington's office is located in the Ginico basement room. Mr. Pilgrim's office is located in the Vaughn Conservatory, the glass building next to Rogers Student Center.
When we come back, we will look into the RISE class programs and what it can do to save floundering grade point averages.
More after the break.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? You know you do. Yeah, but I don't know where to start. That's why we're here. We're free, handsome. I think we're breathtaking. And here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that Bran? Colleges love extracurricular activities. Chess really isn't my thing. I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday. And I love tacos. Fire and ice. Those don't really go together.
Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy, and giving up impossible.
And then we're going to turn the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
Find me one.
What's your reaction?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
Little tadpoles, the frogs. Everybody said, this is their world.
There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to Drumbeat TV. There is a new life management class being offered at TJC. It's great for learning how to manage your time and pick up some good study habits along the way.
Drumbeat reporter Brad Vernon has the details.
Retention Intensive Success Experience, better known as RISE, is a class offered to students at TJC.
Yeah, it's really it's really a life management course. It's really it prepares them to be successful in college, and that's the whole point of the program. And that's my intent when I teach the program, is for them to choose what they want to do, and then try to give them the tools that they need to be successful in college.
Kiana Galloway has seen results already from the short time she has spent in the RISE class.
It just helps you like with your time management skills, which is what you would need in college. It'll help you on, just keeping track of things that you normally don't keep track of.
There is a stigma tied to this class.
Well, when they first come into the class, they have to take the class. They go through registration. They say, well, you've got to take this class for whatever reason.
I talked to a student that had that stigma.
I was, because I was disappointed in myself because I know what you have to do to get into this class, but I also knew that it was only going to benefit me in the end and help me to get my grades better and put me on the right path to do well in college. So,
Mr. Parham just wants to see his students scratch the surface on their potential.
Well, the one thing I try to do is I try to instill in them that they can be successful, and I try to work with them in any way that I possibly can, whether it's the class that we're taking, the life management class, or any other class that they're taking. And I try to impart to them that they can be successful.
We shine a light on some positive changes that students have made because of this class.
Yeah, I actually learned that I need to set goals for myself instead of just living life and letting everything happen.
So I have found myself making schedules and time frames to do things such as essays and homework, where before I got in this class I wasn't doing that. I was just basically procrastinating and doing everything last minute, so I feel a lot more organized with this class.
I'm Brad Vernon for the Drumbeat.com.
The RISE program gives you the tools to succeed in college and life after.
Coming up after the break, enrollment has increased at Tyler Junior College, and we go to admissions to find out more about why this may be.
We'll be back in a jiffy.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. Even though we are one of the most food-rich countries in the world, 15 million children don't know where their next meal is coming from. This is unacceptable, and something the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks is working to solve. Instead of accepting that our country lets billions of pounds of surplus food go to waste every year, Feeding America has made it their mission to help families in need by rescuing this food. Through food pantries and meal programs, the nationwide network of food banks provides more than 3 billion meals, serving virtually every community in the United States, including yours. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank by visiting feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
Yeah, but I don't know where to start. That's why we're here. We're free, handsome.
I think we're breathtaking.
And here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. Oh, I got this. Is that Bran? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
Welcome back to Drumbeat TV.
Dual credit opportunities, flexible schedules, online classes, low-cost tuition, and recruitment outside of Tyler are some of the reasons that encouraged this recent increase in enrollment at TJC College, with 5% growth in fall 2016. Reporter Alejandra Hurtado has more information.
In the proposal list, TJC reported 11,492 new students of this fall semester, whereas at the beginning of this year, they accepted 10,654 new applicants. But in the fall 2015, TJC had 10,461 new students, which is 5% lower than the fall of this year. Before 2016, the last increase was in the fall semester of 2011, with 12,062 new registrations. The admission director, Niria Arellano Hassan, talked about how the recruiter job visit different high school fairs around Texas, increment the knowledge about the TJC.
Recruiters go to travel in TACRO. It's obviously, if they're in Dallas, it's obviously they have a great connection with the parents and the student, but once they invite them to come to campus, whether it's through a campus tour or maybe even preview day, or maybe another event that they have to come here on campus, that's really what helps sell the school.
Main campus enrollment was up by 9%. Most of the new students applied on the TJC website, accounting for 258 new students, or 7.3%. The biggest increase is due to the people's interest to take online classes and the dual credit program, which account for 34.5%, or 1,865 high school student enrollment. During the fall of 2015, 1,387 were dual credit students.
Cost reduction, credit classes, graduation early, professor are some of the reasons that the dual credit is part of the increasement enrollment at TJC.
A couple of years ago, like I would say a year or two ago, the state opened it up where any student can take it, 9th through 12th. So we do have some freshman and sophomore students now that are taking dual credit.
I'm Alejandra Hurtado for the Drumbeat.com.
For more information about the recruiters and the school, demographics you can count on, or to admissions at the White Administration Building.
The Apache Activities Council at Rogers Student Center organized 3 open mic showcases to go on this semester for TJC students to come up and express their talents.
To showcase your talent, all you have to do is show up at 7 p.m. on the day of and sign up.
SISIPAC is short for the Student Service Fee Advisory Committee. The executive president shall serve as chairman for SISIPAC, and the freshman president will hold a seat on the SISIPAC committee in the spring. SISIPAC is beneficial as well as relevant to students.
It's a committee that decides how student service fees are allocated. Recognized organizations on campus can request funds to put on their events across campus. So student service have the events and all the leadership opportunities, engagement opportunities that they have across campus. If you look down the road to some of our colleges that don't have those, they don't have near the robust student life that we have here on our campus. So we're very lucky to have that.
When we come back, we will check in with the TJC's girls volleyball and learn more info about their goals for this season.
We'll catch you after the break.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic. That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day, more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education.
Learn more at hsf.net.
Welcome back to the Drumbeat TV.
The Apache girls volleyball team have commenced their games since the 22nd of September and have more planned out throughout the semester, including today at 7 p.m. at the TJC Wagstaff Gymnasium.
Their goal for this semester is to get to regionals and then nationals.
We go to Kansas this weekend, and it's really big. We haven't gone that far before, but we have to drive, so it's like a 7-hour trip. But it should be exciting, and then we play again next Wednesday home against Navarro. Volleyball-wise, I honestly want to just make it through regionals and get to nationals. Last year we fell short and lost in regionals after losing to some people that we did not want to lose to. After beating those people we lost to. So it was really sad to have to stop, but hopefully getting through regionals and making it to nationals is the ultimate goal. Kind of a downfall for us, not pulling the win out, but in a way kind of a step forward. We've been kind of moving slow, getting used to each other, but it wasn't all a loss in the end. I think we're getting better and getting more used to each other. It just wasn't the best way to do it.
Thank you for joining us today. That's our show. Tune in every other Wednesday, and our next broadcast will be on October 12th.
Remember, you can always find the latest news at thedrumbeat.com.
The opinions expressed here are those of the students and do not necessarily reflect the positions of Tyler Junior College.